Wow, this is the wrong time for me to be making a video, but I have to. I was a lifelong straight ticket voting Democrat. I'm 47 years old, obviously black. I'm from central Indiana. All my life, straight ticket voting Democrat. Sorry, I'm out working right now. Shouldn't be on the phone doing this, but hey, I have to, because I was just listening to the radio, and I just heard President Trump announce that he's going to, or he did ask Congress to end late-term abortions. You know, this right here is one of the reasons that I switched and voted for President Trump in 2016. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't like this, I guess, but I even voted for the first time in my career of being alive and voting. I voted a straight Republican ticket. I've never in my life would have thought that. But you know, I just could not directly or indirectly support murder. Some call it abortion, I call it murder. I couldn't do that anymore. These are real lives. I'm going to tell you something. I have someone I'm very close to. I'm not going to say who it is because she would kill me. I'm trying to guess, maybe 2006, 2005 maybe. She came to me and asked if I would take her to get an abortion. Myself and someone at the time, I thought about this before abortion. To me, I just didn't really think a whole lot about it. I just felt like, well, it's a woman's body, it's her choice, you know, the kind of usual things you hear. And yes, it is her body, but I began to think for the first time, because this was somebody that I was very close to. For the first time, it hit me. This is a life. No matter how small it is in her womb, it's not a horse that's going to become a human. It is a human that's going to become a bigger human. It's already a human. This is a life. Right now, it is a life. And me and this other person, we had such a burden for this young, I'll just call it this young lady, that we got on the phone and we made some calls, and within 2 hours we came up with people that were going to give us a total of $4,000. Why, do you ask? This person was going to have an abortion simply because the calculator showed the reality that many calculators show, that they can't afford it. So immediately I was like, well, we've got to do something about just that. She couldn't afford to take off work. She couldn't afford to miss work. She couldn't afford these things. So we tried to take that reason away. And me and this other person begged to take the baby. The young lady did not want, she wouldn't take the $4,000, which was only going to be the beginning. Now, don't misunderstand me. I am not rich. Ooh, let me tell you that right now. But this was so huge. This was so important. This was something that we had to do. I don't care. We would have found a way to take away all the financial reasons she was choosing to have an abortion just to save that life. And ever since then, well, let me back up. She ended up saying no. She ended up going through with the abortion. Matter of fact, I ended up being the one to take her to get the abortion. I took her to get that abortion. I love this young lady with all my heart. Do you know what agony it was to sit out there in my van waiting for this procedure to get over, and for her to get back in the van later for the 48-minute drive back home? It was so horrible, so terrible. But you know, ever since then, I knew I can't directly or indirectly support this anymore. And President Trump, you asking Congress to end this is just only one of the many reasons I voted for you, sir. And I just love your strength. I love your boldness. I love that you're not not that there's anything wrong with being this way necessarily, but I love that you're not an overly scripted, perfect talking, Xerox politician. I just love that about you, and I just thank you so much. There are other people like me. What do I mean? There are other black people like me that agree. There are other black people like me that that have walked away. We cannot directly or indirectly support some of the things that we supported before. During your State of the Union address, when you talked about the people who have had loved ones killed because of people who are here illegally, and not one Democrat stood up to honor these people, that's sickening. How in the world, no matter what side of the boat no matter what side you row your boat from politically, how do you not stand up and honor these people? That's horrible. I cannot and will not support that or them anymore. I can't. I could go on and on. I could go on and on with issues and reasons why I support you, Mr. President. You'll never see this video. You'll never see this, but I'm making it anyway because I just felt so strongly and so emotionally affected just 8 minutes ago to hear on the radio that you've gone to Congress and asked them to end late-term abortion. Thank you, President. God bless you. I'm even more hardcore and more for you now than I was before. And I have been called a sellout by my own people, a traitor to my race, all kinds of things, unfriended on Facebook by even relatives and other black people that I've grown up with, and I mean grown up with, and have kept in contact with for decades. And just because now I believe differently, just because now I vote differently, now I'm a sellout and all this, and it's just horrible. Anyway, thank you for doing what you have done, and thank you for all the other things you're going to do. I pray for you all the time. I can't imagine what it's like to be in your shoes, in your position. But I know you are the right man at the right time for this job, and I just thank you for the job you're doing. Thank you. Joseph Dixon, Anderson, Indiana, out.